guys, Elamir Meet everybody's MicheleMarieDalene. We have a couple things to share with you today. Number one is the official Walker clamp racket. Yes. And I'm going to give you my reviews of this. First of all, this thing can handle some big pipes. In fact, because it can handle such large pipes, it can fit on a lot of different vehicles that you may want to use it on. But I want to show you now how you put this on. And let me just turn this camera down here so I can show it to you without knocking it off the tripod like that. Okay, so here we have the Walker. Let's see, here we go. Trying to get this thing so you can see it. And it goes on like this. And it has the problem that I hate with this thing is the way that this thing clamps down like this. You get it kind of snug, and then you're supposed to push down like this. Oh, okay, it's on. Now, that sounds good. The only thing is, there's an issue. Okay, I'm going to use this monopod to show you the issue. Because you would be using it with the camera anyway. Okay, it's kind of shaky. You can see it. It's kind of shaky. It's not very stable. It's kind of wimpy. But it's not the only thing. When I first got it, it was like this. At a point where I couldn't even close the hand gap, and it was still shaky. To change this, you can lift up the spring loader thingy and adjust it. Then you can adjust here, forward, backwards, whatever, just like that. And is it more stable than the pipe clamps? I was just trying to so you can see it now. Honestly, guys, I'm going to be able to tell you right now, as far as the pipe clamps go, I think the pipe clamps in some ways were more stable than this. But remember, these wheels haven't been replaced yet. So when it walks around, you can even see it shaking a little bit. Okay, it's still a little, because the wheel says flat spots. So that's the first thing I want to show you, was the Walker camera bracket. The other one I ordered, there is a fully enclosed one. Well, that hasn't come yet from apparently China, so I don't know when that's going to be here. But we know that this one is here and this one is working. So now, how does this clamp compare to using pipe clamps I spent $6 for? Well, the pipe clamps did leave some marks in my monopod. Nothing excessively bad, I guess the monopod pretty much recovered, except for a little bit of ripped rubber up here in the top. But they seem to be okay. Next thing I want to talk about is we tried a food delivery service today. Actually, yesterday Ed ordered his beer through it, and then today I ordered some food through it, which is called Instacart. Now, this gets confusing, and I say that because they want you. It's like the Amazon Prime. It's kind of the same deal, right? If you go with Instacart, you get free delivery, and you get food delivered to your house. Oh, that sounds fine. I mean, really? I mean, who wouldn't want to get free food delivered to your door, huh? Well, the problem is that's fine if you're going to be going shopping multiple times a month. Like, even once, it might be enough to save you versus a $21.15 or $22 And then, of course, you still got to pay the delivery charge. First is like $3. I guess they're paying for the guy's mileage. And it's like, well, yeah, but of course it's good because we don't have to worry about having to try to out to the store. We can just go ahead and have the food delivered to the house. Yes, Ed, we can. And yeah, it's true. I agree. But right now, we have to watch our budget. It's not my man. I'm just trying to fix this camera and get it centered. Alright, here we go. That's about as good. Oh, okay, that's good as it's going to get. Alright, so, I mean, yes, that's true. That's going to be a difference. It's going to be an important first step. So, the guy was really nice, both guys, okay? The guy that delivered Ed's stuff from Stop & Shop last night, and the guy that delivered my stuff today. No problem. 2 times. And, of course, Ed's saying, think of all the possibilities. And I'm like, oh, right. Yes, the winter doesn't make sense because the winter time, no one's going to be going hiking out in the snow and the ice to go pick up grocery shopping. That's absolutely not. It's absolutely true. People are not going to want to go shopping in the winter time. So let's the young strapping lad do it for you. So we ordered some pizzas for myself. I ordered a 5-cheese stuffed crust pizza. Boy, that sounds like a cholesterol factory, doesn't it? And wanted the Stop & Shop brand Supreme Raisin Crust. So we got one of each. And of course, tonight we have our Silvermoon radio show. So that's obviously is when I'll be throwing his in the oven. I'll probably try to get mine in beforehand, so that it'll be ready once the show started. Because once the music's on, I normally don't have a mess with the turntable. Just throw a stack of records on and boom, you're done. That's simple, easy. But the only thing is that at the same time, I think the radio show really doesn't get a lot of credit where it deserves. The radio show has actually been a very good show. A lot of people like the show. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to get a lot of street cred. For some reason, people don't. See, that's the difference. So I'm just trying to tighten this up, trying to get more to the center. Oh my God, that's tight. It's tight. Yeah, it's gotta be tight. Alright, so anyway, so to make a long story short is the radio shows tonight. We're going to randomly pick up 6 to 7 records, 6 to 8 records, throw them on the old turntable and let us spin. And also, like I also mentioned last night, we did save over $100 on our phone bill, which is going to be a godsend because the fact is, it's going to be money that we can use for more exciting projects, like reviewing products, testing new ideas, and things like that. That's a big deal to me. I like being able to experiment with new ideas and new products. Dudes, you gotta understand one thing, okay? For me, I love testing out ideas and concepts. I really do. I love it. It's too bad I should have brought another light out here. Oh well. But the only thing is that that costs money. Okay. So yes, when I save money on utilities or whatever, gives us more money to work with. I do have a couple projects. For example, we had the hair appointment on Thursday. And we know that's $65 a month to retouch. Then I promised Dimitri Putin that I was going to order my ears when I get paid from Patreon. So we need to wait for the Patreon money to come in, and then I can order our ears and get them ready, get them here. And then I said I want to try some spirit gum instead of the Prosade to see if they're be a lot easier to work with and less messy. Yeah, right. I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know what? I could give it a shot and see what it does. I hear it doesn't have a nice smell to it, so it's going to stink a bit. But, yeah, I mean, problem with Prosade is it's water-based, and so it tends to clunk up and peel off when I want to keep them on in the wet and the water. Imagine if you were doing a simple little movie, like the live action thing, where you got a character wearing prosthetics and they're supposed to be swimming in the water, and all of a sudden, as they're swimming in the water, the prosthetics come off. Then you have the camera guy is going to do a retake. Your character's going to go back in the makeup, and that's not going to work. Okay, so yeah. So if I wanted to do a swimming scene with my blood elf ears on, I can't because the glue will come off. It seems also that the Tresemme shampoo interacts with the Prosade glue and deactivates the glue. The silyl sulfate, I think, in the shampoo that does that. So, yeah, that means that wondering if spirit gum would be a better choice. It certainly is cheaper. Some people might say, why don't you try Gorilla Glue? I don't want to permanently glue the thing to my ears forever. I need to take them off, too. And you might as well use adhesive, at least says FDA approved for that purpose, instead of basically trying some homemade glue, a concoction that's going to potentially result in skin irritation and infections. Don't need that. Oh, wait. Look, at least now I can say the good news. I didn't talk about this much on my show. I have psoriasis on my arms. And the good news is my psoriasis on my arms is just about gone. I also get psoriasis on my skull. And so that's also, right now, is in check. I'm glad to know that the psoriasis is in check. And I like better now. And also, it was proposed to me to do an interview with somebody else on my YouTube channel on Saturday night. Okay, I don't know anything about this guy, but apparently, I know you guys don't like noodles, but this is kind of more what I was intending with my channel anyway, was he wants me to interview this guy to discuss the situation of the depravity and the collapse of America. And I said to him, well, yes, you know what, that is what I wanted to do more or less. That definitely is the kind of content I do want to do. So yeah, I would be willing to interview this guy. So he's got to get back to me and let me know who this guy is. He gave me his name. I think he said his name was Snakebite or something. And Noodles is the one who's trying to pull the strings here, okay? That's all I can tell you. He even wants me to give me a preset of questions to ask him. Well, obviously, I want to see the questions first, because if I'm going to ask, if I'm going to ask these guys these questions, I might as well know the answer, what they are, make sure that they're not going to be against YouTube in terms of service or community guidelines or anything like that. YouTube, like I said, it's not the same YouTube of 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you could have gotten away with a lot with YouTube. And nobody would have batted an eye. But today, that's not the case. YouTube is not the same. And someone even said to me, why doesn't she stream more on Twitch? Because Twitch has even got a tighter control issue than YouTube does on its content creators. I don't want to go into too much into this, but just to say is the situation for live streaming or even doing videos on many platforms is really changed in a way that's not in the benefit of everybody. It's sad, but the reality is they just don't want you anymore. They don't want you to speak your mind. They don't want you to go against the narrative. Honey, I'm the kind of person that will go against the narrative if I really feel the narrative is basically incorrect. And that's okay. You know what? No one says you shouldn't. You need to speak up. And if there's something wrong, you got to go against the narrative. I put my neck out a lot. I alienated a lot of people in the past a lot. And that's something that I kind of wish we could stop doing that. But, oh well, shit happens. That's all I can say. Right now, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because I was so worried sick about YouTube striking my channel because of that video, and my digestive system was up in arms already from eating all those eggs and for dinner and stuff, and I just I didn't feel good after that, but on top of that, I've been being a nervous wreck. All right, so let's answer another question, a little bit different, but because Monica keeps bringing it up. Yes, technically I am an Aquarius. I was born on February 13th, 1968. Yes, that's true. However, I do not act like an Aquarius in many ways. That's because I have 3 Virgos in my natal chart. If you look at my natal chart, there's 3 Virgos in that. Okay? What makes me an Aquarius like Aquarius is the technology and the science fiction thing, which I am into both technology and science fiction. I know some Virgos that are also, so it doesn't matter. But I have a lot of other Virgo traits too, so I'm not gonna lie. My zodiac chart is mixed. Completely mixed up. But a lot of Virgo in mine. I even got some Scorpio in my chart too. Alright guys. Either way, regardless what's in whose chart, let me just show you real quick the weather outside. You can see it's hasn't changed a lot. Kind of overcast. Not really exciting at all. It's just Connecticut. It's the 3rd of October, and that's nature, Connecticut for you. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. So now you got to see one of the clamps in my walker. Except for the one thing where the clamp is a little shaky, and the monopod only adds to shakiness. If I best leave this camera screwed directly to the mount and not to the monopod, because if you use it with a monopod, it's just going to be a shaky city history. So I'll see you tonight on AM 1610 Silvermoon Radio. Okay, bye bye.